And we are back. How are you folks? Just went and got my hair cut. Well, no, let me go back. And we are back. Boy, you know, I've always wanted to say that. It makes it feel like a real television production, like we're reaching out and touching people all over the country and hopefully all over the world. You know, I have a interview coming up with somebody in out of Sweden. And another out of Finland. They're having as much issues with our with their middle class as we have with ours. This is a worldwide issue, and many things cause to create that issue. But I wanted to talk to you. Like I said, I just got back from getting my hair cut, and I was kind of sad. I was talking to a lady that was cutting my hair. And she was interested in what we were doing, you know, here at the broadcast. And I was telling her, you know, it's about the middle class, you know, and empowering and emboldening the middle class. And she's very interested in the channel, but she hesitated in. Regretfully, she was regretful. She didn't have to be, but she sounded like she is totally demystified, or mystified, I should say, totally mystified by what's going on in our country. I mean, she didn't even believe that her vote mattered or counted. And, you know, here we go again. We get to these points. Wow, my head is... We get to these points that people love the follow-up, love the things that need to be done to make this country the greatest country on earth, as well as the greatest middle class on earth. Middle class anywhere, we're the best. We built this economic system basically. Yeah, we have leaders, absolutely, and we need to, you know, but there's a balance. Anyway, she told me that her vote, she feared, just didn't matter, and it didn't count, you know. You know, here's a married lady. I know she's been divorced. I don't know if she's married now, but I mean, we're talking a lady in her early 30s, probably, maybe late 20s, but more like early 30s. Hispanic lady, great lady, you know, has her own little business there, right? You know, hair cutters, they are typically 1099s, meaning they rent the space in the salon, and then they pay each month for it. So, but I just wanted to say, you know, that it's gotten to a point in this country with our politicians that people. I mean, it's one thing to say, and we don't trust our politicians, and it's another thing to say, and we don't trust our media. Sad time, sad events, but you know, when you sit there and you're talking to people, what nice thing is people are starting to talk. You know, I just said, yeah, I was just working on we were doing some recording in the podcast. She asked me a lot about it, but. At least people are starting to talk about politics again. We should be able to. I mean, because my views don't match your views or your circumstances or any other reason that you or I made our choice, doesn't mean we shouldn't talk about it. That's the worst and the least thing we should do, because it's not me against you. It's us against the politicians. You know, they have their specific objectives, their specific desires on why they're in that office. It may have been, who knows, it could have, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. When they first come in, they're there to provide a service. They saw a wrong and they want to make it right. And, you know, they're serving the country more than, you know, most people. You know, short of the military, there's you know, that's a pretty definite service. But we're now in a point where people don't believe their votes matter anymore. At least the number of people. Now you go out to North Carolina and they're having record elections. So hopefully that's not huge all over the country, that people don't feel like their votes count. But it's just a sad case. I mean, we should be excited to vote, because we live in a country that you can still technically can have your freedoms and can vote. Just wanted to get that off my mind, guys. Hey, again, as always, appreciate you being here. Love y'all. Talk to somebody, say hi to somebody, and let's keep this thing going, man. Let's hashtag change the world, hashtag watch party. Let's make this go on, okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye. And love you guys.